cashing in deals, the money he banked, the digging deep, got the headlines hot. But Vince just smirks, says, give me what I got. He's scheming big while they read the law. A new game's brewing, he's got no flaw. 14th and I, it's his next big play. A brand new stage for a brand new day. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. But he's got to fire a brand new plan. 14th and I, he's the man. From the ashes, he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. The cage can't hold him, no chains too tight. He's got that hustle, he's ready to fight. Courtroom drama, just another show. He'll steal the scene, make the whole world know. 14th and I, it's his battle cry. A new empire touching the sky. From the square circle to the corporate game, Vince McMahon still fanning the flame. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. But he's got to fire a brand new plan. 14th and I, he's the man.
Yeah, son.
He'll rise and
What you gonna do?
Vince McMahon's got 14th and so raise the stakes, let the story unfold. Vince McMahon's got a heart of gold. Courtroom blues can't dim his light. 14th and's gonna shine so bright. Oh, Vince McMahon, he'll never say die. With 14th and I, he's reaching the sky. Vince McMahon, the king of the ring, built an empire, made the whole world sing. From WrestleMania to the Titans roar, he stacked the deck, always wanted more. But now the gavel's banging, the suits are tight, courtroom spotlight burning bright. They're throwing jabs, trying to pin him down, but Vince ain't quitting, he's still the crown. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. But he's gotta fire a brand new plan. 14th and I, he's the man. From the ashes, he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. The lawyers circle like sharks in the tank, questioning deals, the money he banked. They're digging deep, got the headlines hot. But Vince just smirks, says, give me what I got. He's scheming big while they read the law. A new game's brewing, he's got no flaw. 14th
Yes.
and I, it's his next big play. A brand new stage for a brand new day. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door.
Who had the weirder day? P. Diddy or Vincent Kennedy McMahon? His brand new company, 14th and I. Don't even know what that means. Could mean like, I think it means something about sex with men, but I have no idea.
A new empire touching the sky. From the square circle to the corporate game, Vince McMahon still fanning the flame. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. But he's gotta fire
Yes, sir.
14th and I, he's the man. From the
Boys and girls, it's Friday night. Click that like button. You might be in the midst of Smackdown, and just like I told you months ago, SmackDown was never going to go to 2 hours. They decided they wanted to keep it 3 hours, and it's staying 3 hours permanently. I told you that weeks ago, and actually months ago, but I told you weeks ago again. I reiterated that, and people tried to come out today and say they've got breaking news about that USA Network, whatever. It's like, well, I told everybody this months ago, and I promised you, and I said, trust me, because I talked to people in the company, and I tried to make that clear. I don't often get breaking news or like insider information, but I did this time, so I wanted to gloat about it a while ago. And here it is. Now it's been fully proven. If you didn't believe it before, I'm telling you, bro. How's everybody doing? It's Friday night. We're just easing into the show slowly. Don't worry. We're getting this thing going. It's Friday night. If you guys want to support the show, baby, you guys can donate to the show by clicking Streamlabs pinned to the top of the chat. Keep it going. Get your name up here on the board. Get things rolling. It's Friday night. Do whatever you want. It's party time. I'm going to start this thing up in just a minute or so. Stick around. Hit the like button. We got to get 69 likes. Vincent McMahon.
The lawyers circle like sharks in the tank, questioning deals, the money he banked. They're digging deep, got the headlines hot, but Vince just smirks, says, "Give me what I got." He's scheming big while they read the law. A new game's brewing, he's got no flaw. 14th and I, it's his next big play, a brand new stage for a brand new day. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. He's got a fire, a brand new plan. 14th and I, he's the man. From the ashes he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. Can't hold him, no chains too tight. He's got that hustle, he's ready to fight. Courtroom drama, just another show. He'll steal the scene, make the whole world know. 14th and I, it's his battle cry. A new empire, touching the sky. From the squared circle to the corporate game, Vince McMahon still fanning the flame. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. But he's got a fire, a brand new plan. 14th and I, he's the man. From the ashes he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. So raise the stakes, let the story unfold. Vince McMahon's got a heart of gold. Courtroom blues can't dim his light. 14th and I's gonna shine so bright. Oh, Vince McMahon, he'll never say die. With 14th and I, he's reaching the sky.
Yeah, that was I like that one. I think I like that one the best so far. I gotta be honest. What's Vince McMahon gonna look like in the courtroom?
Vince McMahon,
You know?
in a ring, built an empire, made the whole world sing from WrestleMania to the Titans roar. He stacked the deck,
This totally sounds like they ripped off kind of Offspring or something.
wanted more. But now the gavel's banging, the suits are tight, courtroom spotlight burning bright. They're throwing jabs, trying to pin him down, but Vince ain't quitting, he's still the crown. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. But he's got a fire, a brand new plan. 14th and I, he's the man. From the ashes he'll rise and fly.
This is totally an Offspring ripoff, right?
14th and I. Lawyers circle like sharks in the tank, questioning deals, the money he banked. They're digging deep, got the headlines hot, but Vince just smirks, says, "Give me what I got." He's scheming big while they read the law. A new game's brewing, he's got no flaw. 14th and I, it's his next big play, a brand new stage for a brand new day. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. But
Wow.
he's got a fire, a brand new plan. 14th and I, he's the man. From the ashes he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
No cage can hold him, no chains too tight. He's got that hustle, he's ready to fight. Courtroom drama, just another show. He'll steal the scene, make the whole world know.
I think the song is really good, but the bottom line is Vince McMahon has a new company, and it now finally has a name. It's called 14th and I. And I don't know what that means, but I think it has something to do with penetrating people against their will. I'm just kidding. Vince, if you're out there, please hire me. Vince McMahon's got all this courtroom drama going on. I know that P. Diddy does too, but Vince has courtroom drama like P. Diddy. And but on that same day that we get some of that news that Laurinaitis is going to turn on him, he announces, or it becomes announced, the name of his new company. And there's all kinds of things. He's going to be in entertainment and sports and other stuff. Like, what does that mean? What does this company mean? Where is it going to go? What's it going to do? And what if it's just, you know what? Just launch a porn site. Why not that? Just launch a porn site. Why does, you know? I didn't think about that, but yeah, why doesn't Vince McMahon just launch a porn site? Can you imagine that? Vince McMahon's porn site? Yeah, I think, man, that's a great point. I didn't think about that. So crazy. Well, here I am, baby. Johnny Ace is S in his pants. I don't want to swear yet. We got to get the 3 minutes in here. Vince is pretty fly for a white guy. Really sounds like Dexter from Offspring. I really don't recognize Offspring as human beings anymore, since they basically screwed their drummer because he didn't want to get the vaccination. So, like, you know, when they did that to that guy, I was like, man, those are bad people. So, Offspring, in my opinion, I don't know, man. But then again, you know, their argument was, well, then we couldn't play all these venues if we weren't vaccinated. Why didn't the guy just lie? I mean, is anybody really going to check? I mean, maybe they are. I don't remember. Should have just lied. Yeah, we're all vaxxed. Oh, my God, of course. Of course we're all vaxxed. I didn't tell them what vax. Yeah, I had my D-tap done. So I didn't lie. You know, if they try to get you in trouble for that, no, I didn't lie. I'm vaxxed for the flu or for the D-tap for tetanus. Didn't say what I was vaxxed for. That's your fault. I don't know. I might have done that. Just lie about it. What are you doing? Do. There we go. Okay. The wrong setting on the microphone. I'm like, why does the microphone sound dead? We're back in business. Hey, everybody, click that like button and stick the thumb up there. Hope everybody had a good Friday. I hope Smackdown wasn't too boring to you. Some people thought it was all right. Some people not liking it. It continues to go on right now. MVP took a dump on Triple H today. We're going to talk about that. It's not race related, but we'll get into that. We'll have the clock starting a little bit. We're going to do a little countdown clock, a little, beat the clock action. Brent Porter's here. The Mets won. The Mets won. Put it in the title. Unbelievable. The Mets won. I'm a Boston fan, so I don't care. But, it's all good. Ugh. So much courtroom stuff going on. It's like, is everybody going to get arrested, or everybody going to get caught doing something weird with, taking dumps on people, courtrooms, porn, hidden people, trafficking, people against their will, violence, fights, abuse. I mean, you remember a while back when everybody was getting Me Too'd for no reason? And it was like some people were just getting Me Too'd for nothing. But then we eventually get into the the more legit stuff, We need a couple of people to get caught actually, beating the shit out of people, to make things exciting. Because so far, it's just been a bunch of bogus shit. We need some real deal shit to go down. Guys, let's do a video called Let's do a short. Let's make a short right now in real time. Let's make a short called Overreacting to Sexy Women on Facebook. On Facebook Reels. How about that? And we'll do those girls from the video the other day. Remember that? Oh, here it is. Okay, here we go. So here's one of them. So let's switch this. Oh, we don't want to do that. Okay, there we go. No. What? Wait. What? No, give me another cam. Okay, there we go. Give me another cam. Okay, there it is. Okay, ready? And we'll just see what we'll put this out as a short. Ready? Watch this. Here it comes. Ready? Oh, mama. Oh my God, mama. Oh my God. Oh my God. Facebook, stop showing me so much booty. Ah. Oh. Ah. I don't know. We'll see. Now let's all take a bet. How many views does that get? How many views do we think that gets? Because it's not a topical thing. It's very weird, so it might not do well. But just for the fun of us, everybody that's here knows we're doing this right now. Nobody else knows. Just you guys know that we're betting on this. Nobody else knows this. Just you and me. So let's go ahead and take our bets. Guy reacts to pretty women on YouTube Shorts. Wow. Funny. Okay. Let's upload that. Let's see what happens. Let's get we got to get the cuts right, get those things right. And then why NXT call-ups? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shifting going on with the NXT stuff. People are already getting called up that you wouldn't think. Me Too, greater than you two. Did you guys hear Bono on Joe Rogan? I don't know if anybody listened to that. I actually thought he was really good. He actually brought up a couple of really good points about some of the aid that America provides around the world, and he really did a good job of bringing up questions about without getting crazy or weird or whatever. I mean, I don't know, man. I thought he was good. I always hear that people. I don't have a problem with Bono, but I mean, there's always this perception of Bono that he's such a a stuck up whatever, and he kind of can be, I guess, but I don't really love Bono or like him that much. I don't hate him. I don't know him. I've known Bono my whole life as a singer. That's about it. I don't really know him, but I do know that a lot of people find him annoying and pretentious or whatever. I don't know. But he came off really well, I thought, in the Joe Rogan podcast. If you didn't hear that, it's 3.5 hours. I had to paint my deck today. I had time. I had time to actually do something, which I don't normally do anything around the house, to be honest, guys. As you know, we all are dealing with this crisis in the world right now where people don't have money and things are falling apart. And honestly, I have so many bills and things going on that I do almost no house chores work, fixing of stuff. I barely do anything because there's just so much work to be done to make money that I'm too busy trying to figure out different ways to make money and get other jobs that I don't do anything. It sucks. But I mean, it's not the worst thing, right? It could be way worse. I could still have no house right now, and imagine trying to get a house right now. So, listen, it's not that bad, but it's not you don't have the time to do things. It's crazy. But I also don't have any money because of all the work and everything we're doing and all the bills. So, like, it's not like I can hire somebody to do it. So today, though, I had some time, and I'm not even done yet. I'm only 60% done, but I'm 60% on the porch. But anyway, while I was doing the porch, I figured, I'll take a risk and I'll throw the Bono podcast with Joe Rogan on. And, Bono is more of a left-leaning guy, but, like, he seemed very genuine in the podcast. I actually really liked it. Well, what color the deck? So there was a lot of leftover stainer here from the people that sold us this house years and years ago, or 2019 when we bought this house. And so there was some stain and there was options. They never opened some of them and whatever. And Leah likes the darker stuff. And so I chose like a dark walnut. But I'll show you. I actually have some pictures. I'll show you the pictures. But my back deck used to look nice. It used to kind of look all right. When we moved in, it looked all right. But over the years, I've done nothing to it. No sealer, no cleaning it really. I mean, it was shit. Dude, my deck turned into shit. And I'll show you a picture because you'll see it looks like shit. You'll be like, wow, dude, what the fuck? Anyway, so today I worked on it, and, it had to be completely sanded down. So I sanded down the whole thing. And then I had to wash it, and then I had to blow, dry, whatever. I had to go through all the steps. I definitely cut some corners because I don't have a lot of time, right? I cut corners because I don't have a lot of time. It was going to rain. It's going to rain tomorrow and the next day, or at least tomorrow it's going to rain. So I can't do anything tomorrow. I'm probably going to have to work on it Sunday afternoon, like Sunday around 3 o'clock to like maybe 6 or 7 o'clock. And I'm going to have to try to get it all done Sunday before I have to go do the crazy amount of work that we're going to have to do all week. I mean, I technically have 3 jobs again, so potentially. So depending on this other one, I don't know. Porch, baby. I'm a porch cracker. But yeah, dude, it's crazy. What's up, Hawksley Gaming? What's up, Kurtman? How's everybody doing, man? Click that like button if you can for me. Good to see you guys if you haven't been back in a while. If you guys want to donate to the show tonight, don't super chat. I mean, you can super chat. I'll take it. Definitely, we could use it. But you could do so much better by clicking Streamlabs up top and donating that way. Or, of course, you can use Cash App or Venmo, and I'll play the alerts for you. But I recommend using Streamlabs pinned to the top of the chat. And we're going to have a Beat the Clock come up in a little bit, but not yet. So right now, you're still good. But we'll have some fun with the Beat the Clock. And there's the and all the ways you can support the show pretty much. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Then there's, of course, Cash App, Venmo, and then PayPal.me/Joe Cronin Show. Or you can use Streamlabs pinned to the top of the chat. All the donation amounts, you guys know them. The $55 newer Elon Musk Nazi, my heart goes out to you donation. There's plenty of other ones. Some of them are listed down below in the description box. You guys know them all. Have fun with them if you want, if you can. Otherwise, super chat or become a member. We'll do all that tonight. But send some alerts off. We have not gotten any yet, so now's the time. Drop them early if you want. And the link is pinned in the chat. P. Diddy could be in court. He was in court today. Court was crazy. Vince McMahon could be in court, but Vince McMahon has a new company called 14th and I. Like, whatever that means. We're still not sure. If anybody can ever figure out what that means. You know what? Let's ask Grok. Because, yeah, you know what? Nobody knows what the new Vince McMahon company means. So we're gonna ask Grok right now. Okay, let's ask Grok. Because this is crazy. All right, let's go right now. What does 14th and I mean? It's Vince McMahon's new company name. All right, Grok is thinking. Here we go. The name 14th and I for Vince McMahon's new company is a reference to a historical significant location for the McMahon family in WWE. It points to the intersection of 14th and I streets of Washington, D.C. were the Capital Wrestling Corporation, the predecessor to WWE headquarters during 1950 to 1960 when it was led by Vince McMahon's father. Wow! This nod to the family's legacy reflects Vince McMahon's connection to his roots. Wow! I'm blown away. Oh my God, nobody knew what 14th and I meant. We just had to ask Grok. The name 14th and I, Vince McMahon's new company, is a reference to a historical significant location for the McMahons. 14th and I Street, Washington, D.C., where Capital Wrestling Corporation, the predecessor to WWE, was headquarters during the 1950s, 1960s, led by Vince McMahon's father, Vincent J. McMahon. This nod to the family's wrestling legacy reflects McMahon's connection to his roots, even as his new venture focuses on broader sports, media, and entertainment sectors rather than professional wrestling. Wow! And this is finally going to be where Shane McMahon gets to take his father's company eventually, and McMahon leaves something. That's what this is going to be. Wow, I'm blown away. That's all we had to do is ask Grok. Thanks, Elon Musk. Like, see? I had no idea. So good. Anyway, guys, so what are the guesses in the chat as to what you guys think my my video on those women is going to get? How many views do you guys think that's going to get? That's crazy. We now know what Vince McMahon's new company means. Unbelievable. I didn't think we were going to find that out for a bit. Is John Cena signing to 14th and I? Imagine that. Bring back the Bodybuilding Federation. That's a great point. Vince McMahon could bring back the Bodybuilding Federation. Wow, that's crazy. We got to get a video out on that because I feel like a lot of people aren't talking about what that means. So, well, let's just bring it up right now. What's up, everybody? We are live right now. Vince McMahon has a new company, 14th and I, and all day today I've been asking people what it means. They don't know, and finally we found out. We finally found out what it means. So we're live right now talking about it. Come join us at the link below. We are live, and we're talking about Vince McMahon's new company, 14th and I, and of course the company is named after the location of his father's official wrestling company address in Washington, D.C., Capital Wrestling Corporation, the predecessor to WWE before WWF, before WWE, before WWF, before WWF, and Capital Wrestling Corporation, 1950s, 1960s, Vince McMahon Sr., and I believe this is where Vince McMahon will leave a legacy finally for potentially his family, but more so I think even for Shane. I definitely think maybe Shane is going to be involved with this with Vince, and they're going to get to do stuff. Maybe even Vince finally said to Shane, Shane, damn it, you had the right idea with that UFC thing. I give you, maybe there's a change in the wind, We've seen Vince and Shane hanging out all kinds of places recently, a bunch of stuff. So this could be what's going on. That is crazy. So now we know what Vince McMahon's new wrestling company means. Unbelievable. All right, well, there you have it. We're live right now. Okay, we'll get that out there to everybody. It's incredible news. And I'm blown away. So they're going to do sports. So that could mean anything, right? And I'm trying to think what could this mean? Huh. Well, we'll get that video out there for everybody. Let's see here. Ba 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 ba. All right. Is everybody still watching SmackDown 2 right now? A lot of people told me they didn't really like SmackDown, but I think there's I think there's been some people that have said they really liked it. So I guess we'll have to keep getting updates from the chat on what you guys think of SmackDown. I'm about to put on the highlights in a little bit, and we'll go over them. And we'll just have fun, man. We're going to hang out, talk about whatever we want right now. It's a free-for-all tonight. Anything goes. Anything goes. It's up to you guys. We'll talk about anything and everything. I love that picture of Vince McMahon. The one with his new mustache. I mean, like where he looks like he's from in the courtroom or whatever. Like Vince looks wild. Like that. He's got that mean mug face with the mustache. Like he looks crazy, and I love it. I don't know why I'm like having a stroke. I keep repeating things. Like I'm like breaking down or something. That's okay. Everybody has a breakdown now and then, That's funny, though. Vince McMahon's, like, his Hitler stash. You got to respect Vince McMahon's Hitler stash, It's okay. Knew what 14th and I meant. Okay. Chat, guys, please click that like button. Help me out. Click that like button. How's everybody doing? What's up, everybody? If you guys would like to hit that like button, that'd be sick. Welcome in to the people that are just joining. We're going to be Joe Bell's Palsy, Pedo Stash. If you guys want to donate to the show, it's pinned to the top of the chat. So go ahead and do that if you can. And also, or you can send a donation via Cash App or Venmo. Keep funding the show. Keep it going. You can be the first one to donate tonight. We'll take, we'll take Super Chats as well. Those are good, but Streamlabs is pinned to the top of the chat. And, of course, direct paypal.me/Cronin Show, patreon.com/Cronin Show, Venmo, Cash App, and, of course, Streamlabs pinned to the top of the chat, which is Evil Spectrum 11111, something like that. Streamlabs.com/whatever. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Just click the button. Boom. And you can be the first one on the board. There's nobody on the board yet. We just started a few minutes ago. Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, court stuff today. We'll talk about that. Tell me the craziest shit you heard about what you think about what's going on with P. Diddy. We got crazy shit with Vince McMahon. I mean, Laurinaitis flipped on him, so we got that going on. But also Vince McMahon's new company, 14th and I, is the name of the company, and we're going to talk more about that. We're not really getting in depth in it yet, but we're going to. So we're going to get there. Just waiting for everybody to get in here fully. And, of course, we just found out what the meaning of the company is, so that's really cool. Courtesy of Grok. I mean, Grok, man, he's on it. Like, he spit that shit out quick. So congrats, man, because I just can't believe how quickly Grok figured that out. That was pretty badass. We're gonna publish that now. Actually, we got to get that out there. Got to share it out to the masses, everybody. So we'll get that out there. Vince McMahon has a new company, and it's called 14th and I. And Brock Lesnar joins Vince's new company, says JJ Bloodbath. Yeah, I mean, what if they launch a new MMA, right? Because Shane wanted UFC, he messed up. So maybe they launched a new UFC, a new type of mixed martial arts. Maybe they'll absorb Real American Wrestling. Maybe they'll buy that. Real American Wrestling, they could buy that. They could launch a new MMA style program where they hold like cage fights, but in a small atmosphere. That hasn't been done yet. I don't know, man. This could go anywhere. This really could be. There could be so much going on. And guys, I could still work for Vince McMahon as a commentator now. We have got to call Road Dogg and Cole. We got to call everybody we know that knows Vince. Because, trust me, if they have their own UFC, let's go. That'd be fun to call that, wouldn't it be? That'd be fun to call a fight. I'd have to do some work, but we'd get it going. I could finally work for Vince. And it would be a nightmare probably. And then I would think, well, damn, I should have just, who the hell knows? Garguts needs stem cells. Yeah, Garguts overnight in the hospital with his crazy surgery that he had. Kind of an unbelievable surgery. I mean, it was a wild situation for Garguts. So we all hope Garguts a speedy recovery. And we hope Garguts is going to be okay. Let's take a look at the top donators for this month. This is one of the slowest months in the history of JCS going back until 2015 or 16. One of the slowest months, but yet still a really good one for the most part, although this is definitely one of the lowest months. You can definitely get on this board. I think I even said that last month, and we were probably somewhere around $1,800. But right now, you can definitely get on the board. I mean, $40 will tie you with Luis Urdaneta in the 10th spot. Want to shout out to Spectral Citizen in the number 9 spot. General Santos in the number 8 spot with 51. El Tapo at 59. Jay Menace, a co-host himself, dropped a Hundy bomb. He's in 6th place behind Welsh, who's in 5th place. They're tied technically, but the algorithm gave it to Welsh, I guess, because he's donated more in his history. Bullfroggy, believe it or not, Bullfroggy, whoever that is, has in 4th place at 109. And then, as sick as it is, he touches them. He plays on the playgrounds. Leonard Kitty Kisser in 3rd place at 186. And in 2nd place, A. O'Donnell with 282. And yes, this is the one of the lowest months since it looks like 2017. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 years. Oh, no. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. It is 9 years? Is it really 9 years? How could it be 9 years? Early 17, it would be all of 17. 18, 19. Yeah, fine. It's like 8 years. Yeah, it's 8 years. It's one of the slowest months in 8 years. And that's because everyone's broke. But the man himself in the top slot, Z freaking Payne at 369. Z Payne has been holding this shit together himself the last 3 months. If there was no Z Payne, I might not be on the air right now, which is crazy. So thank you to Z Payne, or at least we would have been doing one show a week maybe. So thanks to Z Payne, because, I mean, last month I think he was at 1,500 himself, and that carried last month and saved us. This month we don't have that, but he's still in first. So shout out to Z Payne for being a freaking freak beast. Insider Edition implied Trump would pardon Diddy. I mean, only if they had some kind of deal because he knows something about somebody that he knows something about. Otherwise I don't know about that. But I mean, that would be kind of crazy. I don't know, man. There's been some weird stuff going on out there, but that would be up there with some strangeness. John Laurinaitis hired the hottest divas ever in WWE. Oh, because he hired the Bella Twins? Did he really? I didn't even know he did that. He's the one who picked them? The Bella Twins? And then he picked their mother, right? He picked them, and then he picked their mother. He's like, I want to marry into this family so I can try to fuck the daughters. That's what I think. I don't think he married her for any other reason other than like, hey, you know what? I'm going to try to bang these daughters. Just, I'm just thinking of how sick he is. That's one sick bastard. That's pretty sick right there. Does anybody remember, I was telling someone about how, Vince McMahon stuff, and listen, I was saying like, yeah, there's some stuff that was weird about Vince, and like I think the debate was like whether or not he purposely pooped on that girl, Janelle Grant, because like it's one thing if she was like, oh, I'll be your whore and like let's do it, whatever, and pay me money and bang me. That's different. But I thought the story was that she had told was that he sort of just kind of randomly decided to crap on her. Like, and which does match up with Vince McMahon's personality. He's the type of guy that likes to push people in the pool out of nowhere, right? But I don't know. I love Vince. My whole life I wanted to work for Vince McMahon. That's like I dreamed of it, and I always thought it was going to happen. Like I really believe that. When you believe stuff and then it happens when you just like you manifest it into real life. Because when I was young, I was always manifesting like I'm going to be on TV. I'm going to have my own show, whether it's a late night show. I want to be the new Conan O'Brien or the next Howard Stern or something like that. I'm going to be on whatever. And listen, obviously that didn't exactly work out, right? Like I got offered a couple of radio jobs, but those jobs were, $30,000 a year, so I didn't take them. But I did do YouTube, and although right now maybe I'm not that as successful, obviously, at all, but for 6 years, for 6 to 7 to 8 years, I did better on YouTube than I'll ever do in any real job in real life. So that was a success. And some people don't have a show for 5 years, 3 years, 10 years. So I believe it happened, in some way. It definitely happened. I would have I wish I was, bigger than I am right now, but it did happen kind of. And that's sort of manifesting it, and it happened. And I always thought like, I'm going to work for Vince. So I always thought in my brain, well, I'm going to get hired, and they bring me over to Florida, and they end up picking the other guy. Then a couple of years later, people in the company are talking to me, and they're going to tell people or whatever, and then that doesn't happen. So, like, I got so close several times, and I was always thinking that's going to happen since I was a kid. Since I was a little kid, 10 years old. I thought Vince McMahon was the best commentator. JR wasn't in the company yet, really. I mean, he was for WrestleMania 9, but you know what I'm saying. And so, like, I just thought these things. And when I think things, they seem to start to happen, And so, like, I just thought that was something that was going to manifest, and it didn't. So, but, now Vince has a company. Wouldn't it be funny if, Vince McMahon hired me and I manifested and it happened, but then Vince McMahon also hazed me, like, and made me, like eat my own jizz in front of him and stuff. And then I was like, this isn't as fun as I thought when I was a kid working for this guy. Like, this ain't cool. God knows, though, Vince. Listen, Vince, hit me up because I'll do it. Okay, Vince? I'll do it. You don't know what I'll do for money at this point, okay? I'm in trouble, Vince. Vince, I will swallow you, me. I'll do whatever it takes. I'll put a wig on and call myself Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, and then I'll jizz on you. I'll do whatever. I don't give a shit. I will do it all. Give me $150,000 or more, I'm yours. Probably $200,000, but you know what I'm saying. $200,000, I'll sweep the floors, I'll do the commentary, and I will just go at it. Give me a call, Vince.
Hey, Bullfrog is a moron.
Scissor me, Joe!
Brett could put Bono and Michael Stipe in the sharpshooter.
Oh, yeah, Brett probably could definitely do that. I didn't find Bono that, like, irritating when I listened to him on Rogan earlier today. I thought he was nice. I thought he was pretty nice, to be honest. I liked Bono earlier. I got to admit it. Everybody in the chat was blowing him up, and the comments were just making fun of him and whatever. And I know he's got a lot of questionable stuff, But there are some things that he's doing that are good things, or maybe a lot, But he was believable, whatever it was. And I might have been suckered. Maybe I got suckered. But I thought Bono was nice earlier, and he brought up some good points about stuff. Questionable stuff. I think he found out the opinion of Rogan, and then Rogan agreed to what he was saying about kids starving. I mean, that's terrible. And when you just shut off all the funds, all these kids are starving. Like, what the hell did they do? And I know they're not Americans, but I don't want to end. I don't want to end some funding for people that depend on it when America is so powerful and we can help. So like I thought he made some good points, because I am in agreement that there was a lot of shit that they needed to eliminate, but they should have rolled it out a different way, I felt. And I thought that at the time, but I really didn't say much about it. I was just like, I feel like this is a little too crazy to just be like, boom, it's over. But hearing Bono say that, and then reading some of the stories about the families and people that depend on the money, it's like, oh man, maybe I wish we thought about this a little more, because a lot of those people are dead. Thousands of people died because of our change, which you would say, well, maybe they would have died anyway, but I don't know. I still don't feel good about it. Why would you feel good about that? Anybody who's like, well, it had to happen, it's not our problem. I mean, there's no way you think that. That's like, you can't have a heart. Americans love to help people, but we also don't want to get raped and screwed. So like, there should have been some compromise in the middle where we could have figured it all out, but I don't know. Well, I guess that's the first donation. We got to get him up on the board. Doomed, huh? Thank you, brother. We're going to get the clock up in a little bit. We'll have a little bit of fun with that. Maybe. We'll try to. On a Friday night, Vince McMahon's new company, 14th and I, rather. I keep saying 1. It looks like a 1. It's an I. 14th and I, which we found out is the address of Capital Wrestling, his father's company, before it was WWF, before it was WWF and WWE, Vince Sr. And so he named the company after his father's company's location where it all began. WWE really began in Springfield, Massachusetts, I believe, but that's the original registration of the business, I guess, of his father's Capital Wrestling. So I guess I think that's about lineage and about family more than any. I mean, I guess that's part of that, tying it into the honor of his father who started all this. And yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about that other than I feel like Vince is, really going to try to bring in Shane and do this thing with Shane. I think that's why Shane has never left his side. I think Shane sees this as finally the opportunity to, bond with his father again and be with his dad as his dad runs a new company. I think maybe Shane and Vince feel a little bit let down by Stephanie and Triple H potentially. They also know that they kind of have to distance themselves from them anyway. So it's one of those sort of things where, like, I think there was some ill will, and that sort of forced Vince and Shane back together, even though they had a problem at one point. And Shane has desperately always wanted this from his father. And I think this is Vince being able to leave something also to Shane in the form of this company. And that's, honestly, it's sad. It's sad in some ways that it's not, Stephanie and Triple H and Shane all taking over WWE together. It's sad to me that Triple H and Stephanie have kind of these like Stephanie has like a glorified role as like a spokesperson. Triple H is the head of the content creation, but eventually that's going to go away. And then once Triple H and once Stephanie are gone from the company, it's like that's it. There is no more McMahon really tie-ins to this company anymore. And you wonder what will be done later. And, that's it's kind of sad in a way. But, even though you don't own WWE anymore, which is kind of unfathomable and unbelievable, Vince McMahon can leave a company and a legacy to his family still, to his grandchildren. And so even if Stephanie and Triple H, they really, even Shane, especially Shane, but they'll all have this possibility of, in this new company, having this, in the office, hung up on the wall, the pictures of the McMahons and what they built as a family. From my father who started with Capital Wrestling to the WWF to the to the WWF and the WWF and the WWE, which I turned onto this, and the biggest thing, we sold it for this amount of money, this massive deal that we turned this company into. When here's how we started and there's where we finished with it. An unbelievable feat for the McMahon family, and now 14th and I, and this is what we're doing here. And it was Vince McMahon Sr. and I'm Vince McMahon Jr. And now here my son, Shane McMahon, and someday Shane's children will take over, and it's just something to allow the family to continue to carry on, but also to innovate, now too. So we'll see what that innovation leads to. And, you hope it leads to something, because, I'd be interested to see what they do. And, you don't want it to be another XFL situation. So, I'm sure there'll be some things that they create maybe that bomb and some things that don't do well. But, it's if we know them or we know Vince McMahon, it's probably going to be about taking some risks, And some of those risks might work out. Some of them might not. But I'm sure they're going to run with the ones that do work out pretty well. And, those, that's all it takes. Couple of hits and you got money. Couple of failures, you got money still because you learn from those failures. So when you learn so much from failure, man, you can get pretty crazy. So we'll see what happens with that company. Now let's put that other short up. Oh, mama. Oh, my God, mama. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Facebook, stop showing me so much booty. Ha! Whoa! Ah! Oh, mama. Oh, my God, mama. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Facebook, stop showing me so much booty. Ha! Whoa! Ah! Oh, mama. Oh, my God, mama. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. If you just hear that, you're like, what the hell is going on?
Super chat party.
It's our old friends Botch Club.
Vince Shane post and Undertaker rapist post must see.
Oh my God, here we go. I still got to show you guys pictures of my deck that you asked for. That sounds so wrong. Okay, let's check it out. Botch Club, everybody. Botch Club on Instagram, over 100,000 followers and counting. 108,000 followers to be exact. Here it is. Oh, I can't show this. Botch Club. I can't show this. This will get copywritten.
Didn't work. It wouldn't work. But Shane really thought, that's the way to go. So if that's the way, Shane, you take your money and put it in, which didn't work. It wouldn't work. But Shane really thought, that's the way to go. So.
Oh, God, he's showing the clip of when Shane McMahon gets injured at WrestleMania. That is so hard. Dude, isn't that his last appearance, too? Like, that's another thing that kind of pisses me off. Like the last time we may ever see Shane McMahon in the WWE is him jumping up and down and then landing and breaking his leg or his ankle or shattering his whatever. Like, oh man, that sucks. Why does that have to be the last thing we ever see? Like, remember when he came back for the first time and it was like nuts? That was crazy. P. Diddy. Vince McMahon. Thank you, Botch Club. If you guys want to donate to the show tonight, the big way to do it is Streamlabs, pinned to the top of the chat. You know where it is. You know where it is. Imagine 14th and I trademark WWF. Yeah, imagine Vince McMahon. I think that WWE still owns that to an extent. I'm not sure, but I think they might own that to a certain extent. I can't be 100 on that, but I know that the World Wildlife Foundation, whatever, but I mean, yeah, it'd be funny if they bought, like, they went to the World Wildlife Foundation and they said, hey, you know, I want to bring back the WWF. And so for that reason, you know, here's $100 million for like 10 years of it. But I don't think so. I mean, Vince didn't want to use it. Those, they got the amount they were paying before was nuts. He would never do that again. I just think he would never do that again. But he would do something, you know. Doomed, huh? With the $3. And now I've got to fucking do this thing for my son, which is going to cost me. So now we're negative tonight. That's not good. We're negative in the bank tonight. Put a bullet in my head. Okay. Let's see. We got. Okay. We got those. We got those, brother. Then we get some milk up in here, brother. Yeah, brother. Hey, Uncle Paul, I got pictures of your wife. What do you think about that, huh? I got pictures of your wife. Huh? What you think about that? Got pictures of your wife and your mother and your brother. What if I came over your house and I bashed your sister in the head with a baseball bat? I don't know why I'm saying that stuff. Do 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 do. Well, okay. All right. Anyway, sorry, I just lost my mind there for a second. It's just me, Oos. Day one is just me, Oos. Day one is just me, Oos. Day one is That's what I hear whenever he comes out. That's all I hear. I mean, that's the song for me. It's Speaking of songs, play the Vince McMahon song one more time while I take a piss. What's up, chat? What's up, guys? Hit the like button. Daddy's live. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Stay tuned, hit the like button, and then listen to this Vince song. It's a freaking masterpiece.
Vince McMahon, the king of the ring, built an empire, made the whole world sing. From WrestleMania to the Titans roar, he stacked the deck, always wanted more. But now the gavel's bang, the suits are tight, courtroom spotlight burning bright. They're throwing jabs, trying to pin him down, but Vince ain't quitting, he's still the crown. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before, but he's got a fire, a brand new plan, 14th and I. He's the man, from the ashes he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. The lawyers circle like sharks in the tank, questioning deals, the money he banked. They're digging deep, got the headlines hot, but Vince just smirks, says, "Give me what I got." He's scheming big while they read the law. A new game's brewing, he's got no flaw. 14th and I, it's his next big play, a brand new stage for a brand new day. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. He's got a fire, a brand new plan, 14th and I. He's the man, from the ashes he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. Can't hold him, no chains too tight. He's got that hustle, he's ready to fight. Courtroom drama, just another show. He'll steal the scene, make the whole world know. 14th and I, it's his battle cry. A new empire, touching the sky. From the squared circle to the corporate game, Vince McMahon still fanning the flame. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before, but he's got a fire, a brand new plan, 14th and I. He's a man, from the ashes he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. So raise the stakes, let the story unfold. Vince McMahon's got a heart of gold. Courtroom blues can't dim his light. 14th and I's gonna shine so bright. Oh, Vince McMahon, he'll never say die. With 14th and I, he's reaching the sky.
What a beautiful song. A beautiful song. Vince McMahon's new company. Unbelievable. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I think it's because I painted the deck at different times. That one side looks a little darker. I think it's the drying time. It hasn't dried fully. Because one was in the sun more of the day. So hopefully tomorrow it will balance out. But yeah, my deck was looking rough. People wanted to see my deck pics. So here it is. You can see. Look at my deck, bro. Look at that. It's like completely worn off, covered in dirt, covered in like pollen, dirt, what mold, I don't even know. Like just shit. My deck, when I first moved into this house, the deck looked all right. You know, the deck was all right, and they painted the railings white, right? But that looks rough. But today, I stained it. So now it looks like that. So much better. It took a lot to sand it down. I didn't do a perfect job. You can actually obviously see that if you just look at it, obviously. You can see if I brighten it up a little bit, contrast it up a little bit, you can see how these spots weren't. I think I could have done a better job cleaning this, cleaning some of that. Some of that grime is still in there, right there. But I think tomorrow what I'm going to do is sand this again right here and sand this area over here a little bit and then sand all that. But in the end, I don't know. It's better than it was. You know, I don't have a lot of time to do this, so it is what it is. But I mean, it looks better, and obviously it's not done yet. The whole deck's not done. I'm 60% done now, but like, yeah, that looked crazy before. Like the before and after, it's like the deck looked like, what the fuck, bro? What is going on there? Like, this looks crazy. And so now it's like this is pretty much what it looked like after it dried. You know, like, it looks a lot more toned down once it dried and the sun wasn't out. But yeah, I mean, like, I think I'm kind of happy with it. I think it's definitely better than it was, you know, but I didn't have a lot of time to do it. I rushed the shit out of this. I had about 3 hours, and I sanded the whole area, wiped it down, but it really needed a washing and then a sanding and then a washing and then maybe another sanding and a sweep, but I didn't have time for that. So I'll take this over what it was, though, because it was fucked. And the termites ate this, I'm pretty sure. So that plank has to be replaced. I got to grab one of those at some point. I don't know when, though. I'm out of money, so everything I was doing, I mean, I'm out of money. So, like, I was just finding shit, like, that they left, stains, things, paints, whatever I had anywhere. I had to go find everything. So I was up against it. But I think those planks are like $8 at Home Depot or something. So I might be able to get a plank or whatever you call that, a 1x5. I don't know what that is. 1x4, 1x5. I think it's a 1x5.
Suck my deck.
Sorry. But yeah. Cody sucks. Jesus. Let's check in on SmackDown. I'm gonna kind of like put on the highlights later. Because, you know, they come out with like SmackDown in 20 minutes or whatever you want to call it, the highlights. We got Cody, Logan Paul looking like a dork.
Does not need to pay his dues because Logan Paul is paying your mortgage.
Man, I wish he was paying my mortgage.
Everybody in this building did not come to see you. No. They came to see John Cena and Logan Paul. What the hell you crying about, Knoxville?
We're in Tennessee tonight? Where's Kane?
Look, I could walk on water and y'all would still find a way to tell me it's because I can't swim.
Wow.
Logan Paul, and that is the
White.
truth. The truth. It's right in front of you. You deny it all you want, but look around. You stupid, simple Tennessee people.
You stupid, simple Tennessee people.
This is a moment in history. All of you get to witness.
We're watching the end of SmackDown.
The moment that John Cena stood side by side in the ring with Logan Paul.
Oh, isn't that cute?
And look, all of you will live long
And prosper.
pathetic, miserable lives. But at least you will get to say that you saw that.
Uh-oh, they're swearing, guys. They told him not to do this. Shut the F up chant. And now they're blanking it. See what you did, guys?
Yeah, you people are ungrateful. You don't know what's good for you. There is one problem, though, although this does seem too perfect. The problem is
Marina Shafir?
I should be standing next to the WWE champion as a WWE champion. I should have been the one to leave Saturday night's main event
She said world
with
champion.
that world heavyweight championship around my waist. But Jay, look at me. Look at me. You got lucky, dog. You got lucky, Jay. You got lucky. You know it. I know it.
Interesting.
They know it. He knows it. Yeah, you, Cody Rhodes. You needed Cody Rhodes to save you. Yeah, remember that, Jay? Yeah. When Cody Rhodes interfered in the match, because you two cheaters can't do a single thing in this business without it being handed to you.
Holy shit. Getting
These
real.
two Nepo babies were born on third, thinking they hit a triple. Self-made man. Self-made man.
He's going off. I like it.
5 years ago, nobody ever would have believed that Logan Paul would be a WWE superstar.
Oh boy.
And they certainly never ever would have believed that I would be tag teaming with the greatest of all time. But look at me now. I'm not just a superstar in the WWE. I am the superstar in the WWE. My time is now. He has told the world that his time is almost up. He is the last real champion. I am the inevitable face of this company. So John, Jay, Cody, at Money in the Bank next weekend.
How are they going to be
Boys,
friends?
if you want some, come get some.
Oh, we're going to have a tag team match. Oh.
Hey, we ain't gotta wait for Money in the Bank. We can have this right now.
Hey, what are you guys arguing about? Where you headed? Are you gonna go back there and polish his peacemaker?
Yo, what the fuck?
It's on right here in Knoxville, Wade.
Yeah, that was a cheap shot from Cody Rhodes that just about
Yo, polish his peacemaker.
Oh, he's got him up looking for
What are we,
the
5? Super kick Uso! Springboard! Disaster kick by Cody! And Cena and Logan Paul are heading for the hills!
wait for tomorrow.
And Uso's not gonna let him!
crossbody to the outside.
You know, I think they wanted to go backstage and do that peacemaker thing. Oh, Logan Paul got super kicked right in the heart. A dagger to the heart. Cody Rhodes, disaster. No, a cutter right in the middle of the ring.
From Jay.
Logan Paul and John Cena just got the hell beat out of them.
Just 8
You know what's funny?
away. Cody Rhodes
Well, I mean, that makes me think, that Cena and Logan Paul, they might, they might do it. They might do it. June 7th. June 7th? Bro, we can't go to Discord yet. Bro, we can't go to Discord. There's no action here tonight. Hit that like button, everybody. Click that like button. We are live. We're going to be talking about Vince McMahon's new company. Vince McMahon's new company, which is 14th and I. Smackdown is over. People watched 3 hours, probably maybe, to just get to that ending point. Uso botched. I mean, there wasn't a lot of room for that super kick, so he had to lay it in how he had to lay it in. You know what I'm saying? I like Uso and Cody in a tag match, I guess. We'll see if it sets the seeds, lays the foundation for a future match with Logan Paul and Uso, or if it's a future match with John Cena and Logan Paul, maybe. It could be that way as well. It really could go kind of either way, to be honest. But we'll see which way it could go. Vince McMahon's new company. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about MVP's comments on Triple H. We're going to talk about the P. Diddy stuff if you want. There was also some other stuff we're going to talk about as well. Brock Lesnar back in the WWE, or will he go to Vince McMahon's new company? Disco Golf Grunt, how you doing? Didn't see you there earlier. Stoomy, how you doing, man? What's up? Hope you've been good. Vince McMahon's new company is called 14th and I, named after, I guess, where his father's first started the WWF for Capital Wrestling, registered in Washington. I guess that's the street address. Very deep cut there, kind of. I had no idea about that, but we wouldn't have found out without Grok, so thank you, Grok, for helping us find that out. Much appreciated. What did you guys think of SmackDown? Leave it in the comments in SmackDown on the comments list. It's Friday night. I'm going to do a little beat the clock maybe in a few minutes. If you guys want, you can donate to the show by using Streamlabs. It's pinned to the top of the chat. If you guys want to donate using Streamlabs, go ahead. If not, you could use Cash App or Venmo by scanning those codes, or paypal.me/Cronin Show, or become a patron on patreon.com/Cronin Show, and you get thousands of hours of all kinds of bonus content that's not on YouTube. It's endless shit that you can sift through and just get all weird with it. You'll enjoy it. You'll love it. You'll explode inside. It'll be unbelievable. Let's go to a donation.
I've been going to wrestling shows for over 30 years. Never in all that time have I ever felt, until last Sunday, that my security, my safety, my life was in danger at a wrestling show.
What a pussy.
Do you think Skynet will model its exterminator robots after Sabu?
That would be a devastating idea. Oh my God, bro. If Skynet modeled itself after Sabu, we'd all be dead. Because it would just be spray and die if it did that. Like, let's be very honest about that. It would just be, it would just be everywhere. It'd be crazy. Hey, man. Doomed, huh? Thank you for the $3, man. That is, we got you on the board already, but I appreciate that. There's the donation link. Detroit Morales says, what is up with WWE? It has been very bad for a while now. Nothing makes sense or is very good. I'm going to say it's too many cooks in the kitchen. That's what I'm going to say. So, like, in the past, let's think about in the past, right? Like, how did WWE used to operate, right? You had, well, hold on. Let's get my favorite thing out in the world, Windows Paint. Let's draw it up. Right? So WWE used to be like this. It used to be, is this a thick enough pen? That's what she said. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's fine. Okay, so it used to be Vince, right? Vince. All right, no, I don't want to write. I want to do text. Let's do text. Okay, it used to be Vince. Oh God, we are in the wrong. Hold on a second. We need to draw this up so we can make it make sense, right? So it used to be, Vince. Vince, main story. Top booking. So Vince would write, take ideas, filter them, and plan. So Vince McMahon used to do the top booking, take ideas, filter, and plan them out. And then writing team. writes all low and mid card matches, presents to Vince, approval. Why can't I make this font smaller? Can I make it smaller? Oh, I can. Okay, good. So there you have it. Okay, that's as small as it gets. Okay, fine. So that's what you used to have. You know, this is what it used to be. I mean, at the very basic level, this is what it used to be. Now you have like top stars booked by Triple H, other stars, and a few others. Top storylines booked by Triple H. Mid-card writers with Triple H approval. Mid to lower card written by writers and approved by other people. So you got that going on. Smackdown mostly handled by who's the other guy? Road Dogg, etc. Other than when it comes to like Cena, Cody, etc. So, and this is just sort of touching the surface, right? Like this is now, and this is what it was before, right? So even just looking at this, it's kind of like it's so much simpler before. You know what I mean? Even if you didn't like Vince anymore, or you didn't like whatever, or you think some things now are great, or whatever the case is, like you get it, right? Like it's like, and I could add to both of these. There's no doubt about it. I could add, like we're leaving out a lot of stuff, to be honest, because I'm out of room. But it's like Vince McMahon handles the main stories. He handles most of the top booking, and and other people without ideas. You know, he's pitched 90% of the ideas he's pitched. He alters or changes, and in the end, he sort of makes the final call on just about everything. But the writing team writes all the lower mid-card stuff for matches, and then they just kind of tell Vince what they're doing, and then Vince gives quick approval or quick, feedback. But some of the stuff gets on TV without Vince's total looking, but mostly Vince kind of looked at everything. So you have one guy, in the end, kind of like the president. This is kind of like the president of the United States on the briefings, right? It's like, here's the idea for what we're going to do with Brock and what we're going to do with Roman. And then Cody's going to do this. And he's got his whole idea that he's doing. Then other people are pitching him stuff, and he's going, oh, that sounds really dumb, but what if this happened? I think we could do this instead. And so in the end, Vince is kind of making all the decisions. Everything is filtering in through Vince, other than the very low tier stuff, which he doesn't care about. And people just go, well, the idea is we're going to have, R-Truth is going to face Johnny Henderson tonight. And then we're going to have, like, R-Truth's going to get disqualified. And then that's going to lead to, like, a feud and whatever. And Vince goes, okay, but make the match only 5 minutes. Oh, okay. All right, well, sounds good. It's like stuff like that, but he doesn't really care. That was how Vince was doing it at the end. I mean, and by the way, I mean, the booking and the writing and all that stuff changed over the years so much, right? That's not the way it used to go. Vince. But anyway, the point is, like, but now, like I said, top stars booked by Triple H, other stars, and a few others. So, like, Triple H is booking this big main event for The Rock, but The Rock decides not to do it. Or The Rock decides to do it. Or John Cena says, I don't want to do that, I want to do this. And then they have to change it, whatever. So Triple H is like collaborating with people. So whatever you think is going on, in the end, Triple H is collaborating with people. Now, I know that Vince McMahon collaborated with people as well. But in the end, Vince McMahon would tell you to jump, and you jumped. You know, if Vince said to The Rock, hey, Rock, what we're going to do is this, and we want you to come in, and you want his soul. You want Cody Rhodes' damn soul. And you've got this spell on, and this is what's going on, this Travis Scott. And like, you would stick to it. And The Rock would be like, Vince, I like it, Vince, but what if we just a little bit of, and Vince would be like, well, I don't like that. No. And that's it. Vince would be like, all right, that's what you want me to do, Vince? I'll do it. Undertaker, you're going to get pinned and lose your streak. I mean, I don't agree with it, Vince. I don't know, Vince. I don't necessarily love it, but, you want me to do it, I'll do it. So you want me to do it, I'll do it. That was Vince. But now it's sort of like, Triple H, I got this idea. This is what we want to do. Here's what we want to do. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, what do you want to do? Okay, well, yeah, I guess we'll plan things around what you want to do. All right, never mind. You know what, Triple H, you were actually right. I think you're right. The fans don't like this, and they're not going to like it. Let's do what you want to do originally. Really? Awesome, cool. All right, let's do that. Like, see how it's like fucking bizarre? Because you have this, it's like in real-time collaboration that's going on, whereas it used to be Vince McMahon says this, we do that, unless Vince McMahon changes his mind last minute and does something. But there's like a real-life collaboration now going on, which is why there's this herky-jerky fucking top stars booked by Triple H, but other stars are booked by themselves or a few other people, plus Triple H and the writer's room and other people's ideas, and there's other owner people in charge that might suggest things to Triple H want to do something different. And the mid-card writers, with Triple H's approval, book all the mid-card stuff, and the mid-card to the lower mid-card stuff are written by writers that are approved by other people, mostly, although they run it, Triple H looks it over, but, he really doesn't care too much about it. Okay, SmackDown mostly handled by Road Dogg and that other guy that I don't remember his name. But also not all of SmackDown, because there's a bunch of stories on there that correlate with the up above stuff. So, again, that's why you're seeing like this, like kind of, incoherent stuff sometimes, or you feel like things might be kind of weird, or things might be a little bit off, or just stuff seems wrong. That's why. I got to believe that's partly why. Now, I know that Vince McMahon would throw these crazy curveballs in there once in a while. But Vince McMahon's curveballs were like so weird that it was like you didn't see it coming, but it was so weird you talk about it and you're shocked by it. Whereas I think the downfalls here have been like, wait a minute, why are they doing this? I don't get it. Well, they were doing this, now they're doing that. What? Like, it's different. Vince McMahon, it was almost like, motherfucker, like, ugh. This whole thing was a waste of time, but like, whatever, it's funny. Like, it's like when Vince McMahon was the higher power, or like, those type of things. Like, you're like, are you serious? This is all it was? Or when just something was completely different. You're expecting something and it's just completely retarded or whatever. But with this, it's almost like you're expecting something big and then they just don't even do it. That's what this is like, to me. And it is a lot of give them what they want, Moss Blaze. I mean, you're definitely right about that. There's a lot of like, just give them what they want. But there's, even as much as there is, a lot of give them what they want, there's a lot of stuff that just seems incoherent and kind of bizarre. And I think that it hasn't, that there's been a lot of people people not happy about all that.
If you smell what demonic,
oh, there he is! There he is!
It's cooking babies, adrenochrome, Brandy and Cody.
Oh, here he is! It's Moss Blaze!
So give me the both of you. The Rock, he wants your soul. Then the Rock wants your home. The Rock.
The Rock, Moss
Hungry, but I'll give you a few bucks. If I was a Terminator, I wouldn't be hungry like this. Love you, Joe.
Oh, Moss Blaze, that's really nice of you, brother. It sounds like you're not doing so great either, so that sucks, man. I'm sorry, Moss Blaze, dude. That sucks, bro. Life has not been good recently. It sounds like nobody is doing well either. It's crazy. We're all going to fall apart, you know. It's amazing how much my show depended on support to keep going, you know. But yeah, it's really hard out there right now. Shit. Maybe I'll put everybody on the board tonight. That sucks, man. I'm sorry, brother. I thank you for taking $10 out of that and donating that. That's crazy. Moss Blaze has always been wild, man. That was really cool. Thank you, Moss Blaze. Moss Blaze. Put him up top here. That's the top dono of the stream. Yeah, we're having the worst month in 8 years on this show right now. This month is going to end the worst month, I believe, in 8 years, which is crazy. So, yeah, it's tough times for sure. Like I said, I think you got to thank Z-Pain, because without Z-Pain, I don't think I'd be on the air much. I'd be on like once a week just trying to do something, even though it's crazy to think that like this is a part-time job. Thank God I have 2 jobs. But, man, it's crazy that I have to get 2 regular jobs and then work this too. Like, the world is so screwed right now. And then you got to be careful what jobs you pick, because, like, some stuff, nobody can do it. You know what I mean? Like, I was working for a couple of different places in the past where, like, nobody can buy that stuff right now. So it's like, I'm like, this is not a good place to sell stuff, because nobody can buy this. You know, so like, what are we doing? So that's yeah, man, I've had to be careful with what I do. Zelina Vega purposely kicked green. Well, it was really stupid looking. Like, it looked really bad what she did. Like, that was dumb as hell. All right, baby. Let's start the clock. We got to add to it already because Moss Blaze donated. Oh, shit. That's... What the fuck is that? All right, let's see. All right, we got the clock moving, baby. This show could go all night, or this show could end in just a few minutes. We don't know. That's what Beat the Clock is all about. 19. Let's keep it small. Because, like I said, people are tough times right now. So what do we do? Like I guess $2 equals, what do we do? Let's see. I guess $2 equals 5 minutes, maybe. $2 equals 5 minutes, right? All right, or should we do $2 equals like 7 minutes? I don't know. 60 minutes. I'm not really sure what to do. I can't think right now. We'll do $2 equals what do we do? I guess maybe like $1 a minute. Like, we'll do like that thing, like a sex line or something. Yeah, we'll just do $1 a minute. Does that make sense? Or 2 minutes? Someone did $50. What is that? 25? I don't know. I'll do like $3 equals 2 minutes. We'll do $3 equals 2 minutes. I don't know what else to do. We'll just do that. $3 equals 2 minutes. Right? Because then if 3, 6, 9, 10, someone does 10 divided by 3 is 3 times 2 is, that's like 6 minutes for $10. I mean, that's, yeah. Okay. That's okay. $3 equals, how about $3 equals 3 minutes? We'll do that. We'll do $3 equals 3 minutes. 25 divided by 3. 8. Right? I don't even know. Yeah, because that wait a minute, $1 a minute. Like what the fuck am I? I'm confused. It probably doesn't matter anyway. All right. Every $2, right? Every $2 equals, right? That's what it is, right? So if someone does $50, $50 divided by 2 is 25. Every $2 equals 3 minutes. Well, that's a lot, isn't it? Why can't my brain do... I do this all the time. Why can't my brain do this right now? What are we doing? I can't... Why is this so hard right now? Okay, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to look at one of my older Beat the Clocks. What is going on? Oh, my God. Let's look at one of my older Beat the Clocks.
I want to talk about...
And when you do that, you always get the real. I mean, show 9 minutes left in the show. It's. Oh yeah, okay, I remember this. Okay. Oh my God, this Beat the Clock was 6 hours long.
At the end of the day, though, it's like, again, I'm definitely assuming that the AEW guys are going to go over on this one. I mean, it's just one of those pre-show matches.
Oh my God, it's Rastafa. Oh, $5 equals 2 minutes. Look at that.
The pre-show match, yeah.
There's 3 of them, bro.
$5 equals 2 minutes. Oh my God. You're wearing a SWAT vest with a giant. Oh my God, Allison Tuckwab dropped $200 that night. Holy shit. The show is completely collapsed. Even a year ago, there was like crazy shit going on. Okay, $5 equals 2 minutes. Okay, let's do that. $5 equals 3 minutes. We'll make it a little better than before since the times are worse. Okay, $5 equals 3 minutes. That sounds good to me. Okay. There we go. I'm fine with that. We made it a little bit better than the old days. Since the old days are dead right now, it looks like. You know what's funny is we used to think the old days were dead 2 years ago and 3 years ago and 4 years ago, but they're really... Now they're like, we used to say that. Now it's like really bad. The world is bad. We need that stimulus. Come on, guys. Come on, Trump. Drop that $10,000 fake stimulus. Can you imagine, bro? They dropped 10 grand to us all. No one's probably not going to be beating any clocks anyway. But let's go.
If you smell what demonic Hollywood is cooking, it's cooking babies, adrenochrome.
We got to get to the MVP story in just a second. Luis Urdaneta. And I'll tell you what, we know what Vince McMahon's new company means now. That's pretty crazy. Then The Rock.
Good evening, Joe. For me, they setting up Cena versus Logan, Jacob versus JC Mateo, or Solo. Plus, what do you think? Punk screwing Seth or Punk qualify to Money in the Bank on Monday?
Maybe Seth screwing Punk, huh? Maybe. Luis Urdaneta just tied Moss Blaze. Let me get you up there, and then I'm going to read that again so I can answer it the right way. Moss Blaze, thank you, brother, for the $10. But now it's time for Luis Urdaneta to go on the board here. Just bear with me a second. There he is. Okay, we'll get him up there, too. Oh, son's calling me back. Hello. Yeah, I was letting you know that that was the son who called me. Thank you, son. So that's $20. So let's do $20. So $5. 5, 10, 15, 20. So 4 times 3. Oh my God, it's 12. So let's put 20 minutes back on the board at least. Let's see. Put 22 minutes on the board. We are back in business. The clock has been reset courtesy of Moss Blaze and Louis Urdaneta. Thank you, brothers. Let's go. Okay, so Louis Urdaneta said, good evening. Joe, for me, they're setting up Cena versus Logan. Yeah, I think so too. Jacob versus JC Mateo. I still don't know these new people. All these new Samoan people and whatever. Like, I don't even know who JC Mateo is off. I don't even know. Solo, I don't care. Like, I'm not interested in Solo, really. I'm not interested in JC Mateo. I'm not really interested in any of these new people yet at all. Punk screwing Seth or Punk qualifying in the Money in the Bank. I think they're going to give the Money in the Bank to Punk. I think that would be a great idea. But, you know, because can you, and I know that you probably don't want to give the Money in the Bank to Punk, but all right, I don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to tell you that. I don't know what they're going to do. But, dude, can you imagine if Punk had the Money in the Bank? How cool it would be at some point. You know what I mean? When, like, somebody's been crapping on him and stuff, and then someday down the road, like, his music hits and he comes waltzing out with the Money in the Bank. That would be crazy. That would be crazy as shit. But I don't know if they really want to do that, but I think it would be kind of cool. I think it would be pretty cool. Oh, yeah, Jeff Cobb. Yeah, that's right. That's JC. I can't, because they changed his name, I'm all fucked up. Because I barely knew who Jeff Cobb was anyway. I, like, really didn't know who he was, really. So, and I didn't care. New Japan people, I've lost track of New Japan people now. But so, like, I didn't care, and I don't know. And so then, when you then change his name again to something else, I'm like, I've lost all track of who anybody is anywhere. So, that's been an issue for me. But it is what it is. And what it is what it is. So MVP basically said, let's pull up, let's see if we can get the audio clip of it, because I think it's on a podcast. So, because MVP basically was like, oh, you know what? I don't think he even really said it yet. He just sort of previewed it. I think it was his way of, promoting his podcast that he's going to be doing, which is like, I think that's all it was. Okay. MVP. We really haven't talked a lot or enough about AEW, I feel like. Like, from the other night when they played Let the Bodies Hit the Floor and they had an all-out just helter-skelter. I really think that we sort of, kind of glazed over that. I mean, we didn't the night of, but I'm just saying, like, if you didn't watch that, you should go watch that in AEW, because I thought it was so whacked out. I mean, you might come out of it saying AEW is retarded, but you might come out saying, like, that was pretty entertaining, actually. Either way, I think you'll be entertained by either how much you hate it or by how crazy it is. So, either way, I think, you should give that a look, because it was chaotic and crazy, and it was just wild. And I think you should check it out. Yeah, I can't find a clip of it.
AEW
Looks like it's just like computer clips like this.
star MVP has continued his vocal criticism of WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H, citing both booking decisions and personal interactions as reasons for his viewpoint. The former WWE United States Champion, who left WWE in August 2024, has previously critiqued Triple H's handling of Hurt Syndicate members and implied differential booking for black talent. Speaking on the Bet Ideas website, MVP pointed to Bobby Lashley's trajectory as an example of his booking concerns under Triple H.
Now the what I heard MVP say about it this time, though, was he was like, it's not a race thing either. So from what I heard MVP say is like, I have zero respect for Triple H for a couple of reasons, and I'm going to talk about it coming up on another podcast or whatever. But MVP also said, like, and it has nothing to do with a race thing either. It's something else. So anyway, that was sort of, I believe, his like teaser into what he wanted to say about Triple H.
Let's just say this. Bobby Lashley was a two-time WWE champion, and after he took over, Bobby Lashley was reduced to the mid-card, MVP stated. When addressing perceptions that he's just griping, MVP said, okay, well, just watch the program. Who were the people in the top spots under his leadership? Who were given the opportunities? However, MVP clarified that his core issues with the WWE Hall of Famer are not rooted in race. I'll be honest with you, my issues with him have nothing to do with race, he stated. My issues have to do with him as a person and our personal interactions and things that he said and did that caused me to have zero respect for him. The Hurt Syndicate.
Well, there you go. MVP doesn't like Triple H. Let's check this interview out from Triple H a while back.
It seems like
It's about a year ago or so.
few deals are running down. There's sort of a few words about potential departures, rumours of Bobby Lashley MVP going around. Is there any sort of update you can give us on that?
Well, there you go. He was right. MVP and Bobby Lashley did leave. How about that?
No, look, just like any sport, any business, talent, we sign talent, talent contract runs out, we release talent. It's just part of the process. So it's an ongoing thing.
It's an ongoing thing. We sign him, we release him. He didn't say he didn't say that what happened there yet though. And then it definitely people could just say that, MVP is bitter to Triple H. Because he did get released by him, but it's clear that, Vince McMahon had a certain, taste for Bobby Lashley, for lack of other words. But he didn't, Vince did this with Bobby too. I feel like a lot of people do this with Bobby Lashley. They use him. He's kind of like a juggernaut for a little while, and then just like he fades away. I thought Bobby Lashley was already kind of fading a bit, when Vince was still there, right? I didn't think this was just a Triple H thing, but maybe it's just a Triple H thing.
Triple H has denied that he's racist. Triple H has been accused of being racist after MVP replied to fans on Instagram. Fans had been asking MVP about a Hurt Business reunion, and MVP stated that Triple H had denied it. When pressed as to why, MVP implied that the reasons Triple H gave were racially motivated. In the comment section, a fan referenced a famous promo Triple H did against Booker T over 20 years ago. In the promo, Triple H says to Booker that people like him don't get to be champions and are only there there for his entertainment. He then went on to tell Booker to dance for his amusement and said that Booker had nappy hair. MVP replied to this fan comment with a 100% emoji, suggesting he agrees with accusations of Triple H being racist. Defenders of Triple H say that he wasn't referring to black people in his comments, but rather wrestlers like Booker, who had come from WCW. This doesn't really stand up under scrutiny, though, as the 90s was rife with rampant...
No, everybody knew it was about race, and who cares? He was being a heel, and he was trying to... You know, going into Triple H saying that as a character 20 years ago, even if, you know, you could do that with anybody then and say he really meant it. It was a way for him to really say it or whatever. You know, I don't think so. While I do think that it's possible that there was that aura or feeling or whatever it could have been, but I'm not going to hold somebody to what they say in character. You know what I mean? Or you could do that with everybody. But I understand, you know, why you'd try to make those comparisons for sure. But I'm not going to unfairly, you know, tie it in.
Casual racism, homophobia, and sexism. With Vince's recent and past controversies, especially around racism, it's
Oh, you mean back then when we could just talk freely and joke freely about anything and nobody got butthurt?
not hard to assume that this is a storyline and promo that would have been okayed by the higher-ups. Whilst it's notable that Triple H technically is only a character, and he was just reading the promo he was given, it's undeniable that the real person behind the character should have stepped in and said that it was wrong to be saying these things about Booker. And now, in a comment underneath an
Bro, then the real person could step in under any storyline and say, this is wrong to burn somebody's house down. Kids are going to be watching this show. Or it's wrong to say this because kids are going to be watching the show. Or I don't want to have sex with that corpse. Or I don't want Mae Young to give birth to a hand. Or what, you know what I mean? Like, or any storyline. You could literally say that then about any storyline. Like, I don't think it's good to drink beer and drive a Zamboni. Like, I mean, dude, what a dumb thing. Like, okay, I could just veto everything then because everything could be considered somebody's morality line or whatever, you know?
An article on this, Triple H cleared everything up. In his comment about it, he said, "There isn't a racist bone in my body." Triple H obviously feels ashamed about the past, but him leaving it in ambiguity doesn't clear things up as much as he is attempting to. Whilst he can deny he is racist, there are still many unanswered questions, especially about the Booker promo. Surely he will feel very ashamed of it, though. It seems like the reasons for him denying the Hurt Business reunion will stay between him and MVP, and fans will just have to wait and comment with a 100% emoji, suggesting he agrees with accusations of Triple H being racist. Defenders of Triple H say that he wasn't referring to black people in his comments, but rather wrestlers like Booker, who had come from WCW. This doesn't really stand up under scrutiny, though, as the 90s was rife with rampant casual racism, homophobia, and sexism. With Vince's recent and past controversies, especially around racism, it's not hard to assume that this is a storyline and promo that would have been okayed by the higher-ups. Whilst it's notable that Triple H technically is only a character and he was just reading the promo he was given, it's undeniable that the real person behind the character should have stepped in and said that it—
I mean, is this a bot? Is this like AI? Is this like an AI guy reading this stuff? Sounds like an AI guy reading it. Yeah, we got 9 minutes and 15 seconds left, baby. It's Beat the Clock on a Friday night. How are you guys doing? We could go 9 more minutes or we could go 90 more minutes. But while I will pause the clock for a second while I take a pee-pee, and I'll let you hear this Vince McMahon song really quickly. I'll be back in just a second. Here's the tinkle. It's Triple H. People are on Discord, so this party could go on. I don't know what could happen. If you want to donate, Streamlabs is pinned to the top of the chat right now. It's up there, Streamlabs. Feel free to drop it. Check this Vince song out.
Vince McMahon, the king of the ring, built an empire, made the whole world sing. From WrestleMania to the Titans roar, he stacked the deck, always wanted more. But now the gavel's banging, the suits are tight, courtroom spotlight burning bright. They're throwing jabs, trying to pin him down, but Vince ain't quitting, he's still the crown. circle like sharks in the tank, questioning deals, the money he banked. They're digging deep, got the headlines hot, but Vince just smirks, says, give me what I got. He's scheming big while they read the law. A new game's brewing, he's got no flaw. 14th and I, it's his next big play, a brand new stage for a brand new day. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. He's got a fire, a brand new plan. 14th and I, he's the man. From the ashes he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. Hold him, no chains too tight. He's got that hustle, he's ready to fight. Courtroom drama, just another show. He'll steal the scene, make the whole world know. 14th and I, it's his battle cry. A new empire, touching the sky. From the squared circle to the corporate game, Vince McMahon still fanning the flame. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. But he's got a fire, a brand new plan. 14th and I, he's the man. From the ashes he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. So raise the stakes, let the story unfold. Vince McMahon's got a heart of gold. Courtroom blues can't dim his light. 14th and I's gonna shine so bright. Oh, Vince McMahon, he'll never say die. With 14th and I, he's reaching the sky. Vince McMahon, the king of the ring, built an empire, made the whole world sing. From WrestleMania to the Titans roar, he stacked the deck, always wanted more. But now the gavel's banging, the suits are tight, courtroom spotlight burning bright. They're throwing jabs, trying to pin him down, but Vince ain't quitting, he's still the crown. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. But he's got a fire, a brand new plan. 14th and I, he's the man. From the ashes he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. The lawyers circle like sharks in the tank, questioning deals, the money he banked. They're digging deep, got the headlines hot, but Vince just smirks, says, give me what I got. He's scheming big while they read the law. A new game's brewing, he's got no flaw. 14th and I, it's his next big play, a brand new stage for a brand new day. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. But he's got a fire, a brand new plan. 14th and I, he's the man. From the ashes he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon. just smirks, says, give me what I got. He's scheming big while they read the law. A new game's brewing, he's got no flaw. 14th and I, it's his next big play. A brand new stage for a brand new day. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. But he's got to fire a brand new plan. 14th and I, he's the man. From the ashes, he'll rise and fly. Vince McMahon's got 14th and I. The cage can't hold him, no chains too tight. He's got that hustle, he's ready to fight. Courtroom drama, just another show. We'll steal the scene, make the whole world know. 14th and I, it's his battle cry. A new empire touching the sky. From the squared circle to the corporate game, Vince McMahon still fanning the flame. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before. But he's gotta fire a brand new
lasted a lot longer than I expected. Can you believe that? After being gone for way longer than expected, we only lost 30 people. That's not that bad. It's not that bad. We're back. Start the clock again. Yeah, my kids had some kind of a fight or something. I think my daughter blasted into my son's room and was like taunting him about something, and he like flipped out on her and, you know, shoved her out of his room, but then he slammed the door, and I guess the cat was there. So the cat might have gotten hurt too. So then like they were both upset. So I just was trying to figure out what happened. Like, because I heard the dog barking, like the dog was barking like she was pissed. Like my dog was angry barking, and I was like, she's barking like there's somebody in the house or something. That's a bark that's crazy. But it turned out it was because they were fighting upstairs and the dog didn't like it. So, and then I guess because they were I don't know. Anyway, everybody's all right. But it was like, it took me forever to figure out like what happened. Like, what the fuck happened? Why is the dog barking? When Ryback took that arena worker in the shower like Diddy and made him drop the bag. Yeah, that was hot. I remember that. That was pretty hot. I will never forget that. To be honest. That was damn sexy, if I can say the least. Cat fight? Well, kind of. I mean, it was a sister-brother fight with a cat getting hurt in the way. So it was like a kind of a mix of things, you know? But I'm back.
Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, day and night. I wanna die. My wife won't stop and about to talk about the trial. She obsessed, she in denial.
El Tapo.
And I hate Amber Heard now. I wish they would both die. I wish Johnny Depp and Amber Heard would both fucking die.
Oh my God.
Please just die every single night. Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I want you to die.
Oh my God.
Can we get them in a school so they can be the next in our blood pool?
Oh.
Fuck Johnny and fuck Amber. Fuck Johnny and fuck Amber. But I wouldn't mind being in her. I wanna shit on them both. Get off my Twitter feed so I can look at other people's naked pictures.
About 3 years ago, the first Beat the Clock stream I was gonna watch live, you rage quit 2 minutes in LOL.
Really? Oh my God. I'm surprised I didn't rage quit tonight. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. El Tapo. It's crazy to think 3 years ago that I ended the stream in 2 minutes. I've been known to do that once in a while. It's once in a blue moon, but that almost happened tonight with the fight upstairs. There's been times where I started a stream and then something happened, like the kids or something got in a fight, and I'm like, you know what? Even though this is a job and this is like part of a big deal of what I need to be doing, there has been times where I've ended a stream. I've been like, that's it. This house is fucking out of control. I gotta go. And I didn't say why. I just ended the stream, and people were like, what happened? But I was like, I felt like I needed to be dad. And it just doesn't, I'm like, I'm out. I don't even say anything because it's something like tonight, like there was a little fight, but like it wasn't anything crazy. But like, you know, if it was something crazier, I've ended streams before. Like, okay, I gotta end the stream. I gotta go because that's just more important, you know. But there's times where, you know, I'll go on a commercial or I'll be back in 10 minutes, you know, like I just did. I went away for a while, but I came back. But yeah, if it was something crazy serious going on, like I just bailed, which kind of sucks because that does kind of blow. And like I've been watching people on YouTube before, and then they've done the same thing, and I'm like, what happened? And like you're just what? There's no warning, there's no message, and what happened? You know, and you're worried, but you're also just kind of like, well, what the hell? I was gonna watch this. So it kind of sucks to do that. It really sucks because that's not good for you as a creator and a person who's trying to entertain people. Like that kind of blows. So, but yeah, I've had it happen to me, and I'm like, well, I guess I'm watching something else. But then you're also like, is he gonna come back on? Like, what's like? I'll still watch it. Like, where is he? And you don't know. El Tapo, man, thank you so much for the $18. El Tapo dropping the big 18 tonight. Believe it or not, that is the biggest donation of the stream tonight, which it's adding up, I'll tell you that. We're at 30, we're like 45 right now. That's all right. I'm still shocked that they released Braun Strowman, though. Do you honestly think maybe Braun Strowman will join MVP on his podcast and also bash Triple H or whatever. 369. So about 10 minutes to this. We'll add it. We'll make it 13. We'll add some time to the clock. 13 minutes back up on the clock. The show continues for at least another 13 minutes, courtesy of El Tapo. Buenos tardes, buenos noches, El Tapo. Tap your mother. I don't know why I'm doing that accent. But El Tapo, thank you. Luis Urdaneta, Most Blaze, Doomed, Botch Club, 100,000 followers or more on Instagram, all donating tonight during Beat the Clock. There are so many people missing, dude, that it's crazy. I don't know what's happened. I don't know if it's people tuning out. A lot of people have had to get second jobs. That's a big thing too, and they're just not around. There's so many people missing, though, from the chat that used to be here all the time the last 4 or 5 years. And I look in the chat, I don't see them. A lot of people. It's crazy. Can't be good times. It's got to be bad times. I got to find a way to invent something that makes millions of dollars. Yankees blew the lead to the Dodgers like in the World Series. Didn't the Mets win tonight too? Oh, yeah. Yankees did. But not in the end, right? It was like the 7th inning, or was it the 9th? Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani shows it and then sends it straight to space. Can you imagine? Oh my God, bro. Can you imagine if I was calling baseball, how crazy it would be? This is what it would be like. And Shohei Ohtani, he shows it! And then he shows him how to send it to space! It's gone! Shohei Ohtani! It's blast-off time for the second time tonight! And Dodger Stadium explodes! Number 17 sends a Sylvan Kablooey! I don't even know, bro. I'd be a maniac if I called baseball. It would be so crazy. I would be a maniac, especially when a homer was hit. Oh boy. You gotta love it, man. Hey, two teams that I don't like, too. I mean, let's be honest. You know what I mean? Dan Carumbo's here. Man, I don't remember this one. What's up, chat? Guys, hit the like button. If you guys want to donate, the Streamlabs is pinned to the top of the chat. Donation link is up top. And see if you guys can beat Z-Pain. If you could get on the board this month, if there was a month that you could get on the board, this is definitely it. Well, actually, not really, because the lowest one is 40. So the high tier is not insanely high, but I mean, this is probably this is probably not the best month to get in on number 10 or 9 or 8 spot, because they're in the 50s. You'd have to drop 50. But it is the month to get in on the gold star. Like, somebody could beat Z-Pain. Somebody could beat A. O'Donnell. Somebody could beat Leonard Kitty Kisser and Bullfroggy. So if you ever wanted a star, this is definitely that month to do it. You've got only tonight left, because this is going to be the finalized monthly dono list.
If you smell what
But
demonic
it is a time. It's up for grabs. No doubt about it.
babies.
Who's this? Louis Erdinetta.
The both of you.
The Rock. He wants your soul.
Then the Rock wants your
The Rock, The Rock, The Rock, The Rock, The Rock, The Rock.
The Rock.
Joe, what you think about Tony Storm versus Mercedes in All In? Plus, what do you think about Mariah May?
I don't really care about Mariah May too much. She just looks like Tiffy Time #2. They literally look like the same person. So I don't know about Mariah May, but I do know that I like the chemistry of Tony Storm and Mercedes. So I think that could be pretty good, because I liked what they did in the ring the other night. I thought that was fun. Some people made fun of it and thought it was garbage, and they were making jokes about like cringe off and whatever else. I was actually kind of entertained by it. I actually liked that. I thought Mercedes and Tony Storm did a good job the other night. I've done a lot of AEW bashing. I've certainly done a lot of Mercedes Moné bashing. I mean, I used to love Mercedes when Sasha was in NXT. We all know she's the only female I've ever bought merch from, for. I love Sasha Banks. I was so into her, and so wanting to be in her. No, I'm just kidding. No, I don't. My wife would beat me. I wouldn't want to do that. I'm kidding. But it's yeah, so it was good to see her. You know, I think Tony Storm had a lot to do with it, but I mean, it's like the two of them, they kind of had a chemistry. They kind of did. It was like, because normally Sasha's like, or Mercedes is like, I'm the baddest bitch, and like she's like saying that to somebody else that I think isn't that great either. So it's kind of like, I don't care at all. But the fact that Tony Storm is like kind of elevated, is elevating the two of them. So I liked it. I think it's going to be good. I think Mercedes Moné has been overrated for sure. She's done a lot of stuff where it's like, yeah, it's not that. You know. But even though, you know, Sasha Banks at one point was like a full-on star that we loved in NXT. Then she came to the main roster and she got a little fizzled out here or there. She went like, she's kind of big. She's big. Oh, she's not that great. She's big. She's not that great. She's big. They're booking her wrong. She's injured. She's mad. She's leaving. She's coming back. She's back. It's good. It's bad. It's not as good. You know, Sasha failed in a lot of ways on the main roster in different ways, but she also succeeded. And I think the problem was whenever it was in the company's hands, they inevitably screwed it up. And whenever it was in her hands, she also ended up like screwing it up, if that makes any sense. And then also sometimes they would just put her in a bad position. I mean, it's kind of a little bit of everything, to be honest. But then, you know, she comes to, and I got to add some time to the clock. But then, you know, she comes to AEW and recently, and she just, nothing is really clicked that much. But recently, she's had a couple of decent matches finally. And recently, she's had a couple of moments that kind of click. And the other day, I think with Tony Storm in the ring with her and Tony Storm, I felt like they had chemistry and she clicked there for the first time. So I think that's good news. I don't want her to fail. I don't want her to suck. But in all honesty, one of the issues that I'm having, and I think some other people might have with her now too, is not just wrestling fans being nasty to her because or whatever, but stuff is starting to add up, right? Everything from like like the fans at the airports are driving her insane and she's speaking out on fans being gross or whatever, all the way to like those photos of her at that con during COVID where she stood way away from them and it just looks bad. So there's like, ew, the fans, ugh. And then there's like, oh, my photo shoot, but I'll stand over here. You know, and I know that's not really her fault. Neither one of those really are her fault in a way. People are gross and crazy at airports, and she said something about it, but it kind of made her look a little bad, even though like she was just being honest. But then also that COVID thing, they had rules there or whatever, and you know, it's again, it's not her fault there's COVID or whatever, but it looks bad. And then it's like what she did with her husband or Mika, whatever that seamstress fucking person's name is. Like, oh, you know, what a bait, like just shitting on him. Like I cried because the outfit wasn't right and he fucking, and I cried. Like, anyway, I'm leaving him now. It's like you kind of treat, I mean, he looks like a little fucking gnome too, that guy. And she treated him just like she sort of treats people, it seems like. So there's this perception that she treats people kind of like shit and that she thinks she's the shit and everybody else is kind of a peasant. And that's kind of her character on the screen now too. So it's like, well, this is how you seemingly really feel. And then that's how your character is. So it's like there's just this like, ugh, feeling about her. So that's what she has to battle against. And then when she kind of seems overrated a lot, right? Like she's supposed to have this big match with Charlotte Flair, Hell in a Cell. I was at the match. I was in the front row. I think I gave the match a 6 or 7 out of 10 or something like that, and I thought it was pretty good, but it was weird. And I remember thinking the match was kind of weird, but I think I liked it kind of because I was seeing Sasha Banks and Charlotte, and I was in the front row, and I got the tickets given to me, and you know, all these sort of things. I'm there with my wife, and it's exciting. And I think I remember saying that I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10, but people at home were like giving it a 5 and a 6. And I was like, yeah, that's probably because I was there. And when I watched it back again later, I went, yeah. And I remember being there in the ending, just being like, what? And it was kind of like Charlotte and Sasha were given this match, and they didn't nail it, right? Like you would have hoped like these women in Hell in a Cell would put on an 8, 9, or 10 out of 10, whatever. If they do an 8, a 9, or a 10, it's a win. But I was there in person, gave it a 7. People at home thought it was a 6 or a 5. And so it was like, oof, you know, that was one of the biggest misses. And if they had torn up that match and killed it, you know, like Sasha Banks had done in NXT and Charlotte had even done, and like they had been able to do that, I think things would have gone a little bit better for sure. I think there were several like, here, we're giving you this opportunity. Oh, you kind of did all right. I mean, it was pretty good, but you know, there was never that like boom like in NXT. Like in NXT, it was like, here's Sasha Banks, here's an opportunity. Bam! Here's Sasha Banks, here's an opportunity. Bam! Here's Sasha Banks, you're the champion. We're going to put you against Bayley at the biggest show we've ever done, and this is going to be this big thing. Brooklyn NXT TakeOver. Bam! Like, it's like she was just hitting bullseye after bullseye in NXT. But in WWE, it was like, here's a chance. That was all right. Here's a chance. That was all right. Here's a chance. That was really pretty good. I think we could do something. All right, now do this. Yeah, that was all right. That didn't work. Oh, that didn't really work. Here, try this. Okay, now you're the champion. Things are going somewhere. Oh, let's take the belt off her. You know, all this herky-jerky fucking whatever. And she never really got into the zone in the main roster for the most part. But she did. She was so good, though, to be honest. Sasha Banks was so good, in my opinion, or decent. You know, she is so talented in a way that, you know, she still seemed like a star, like even though she wasn't being allowed to be fully, and she wasn't also answering the call as much as they needed her to. So, you know, I think she had some of the worst booking, and I think she had some of the most unfortunate, like, okay, the match wasn't as good as we hoped, or that thing that you did wasn't as good as we hoped. But, and I think it's just all mistiming and mistakes in the wrong times and whatever. But in AEW, she wasn't doing very well either. But now she is. I think now she's starting to go there. It's starting to work for me. And maybe people are out there arguing like, Joe, she's awesome. What are you talking about? Okay, maybe, but I don't feel that way yet. But now I'm starting to feel that way. The Mercedes is finally getting, the traction she needs. And I think Toni Storm had a lot to do with that the other day. So that's good. We'll see what happens. I hope for her it is good. We only got 2 minutes left in the show. The Beat the Clock is counting down 1 minute and 33 seconds. It continues to pour down as the show could come to an end now at 12:20 a.m. or it could come to an end tomorrow. I mean, you never know. I have a million things to do tomorrow, so that would be kind of crazy. But you know what? I would take it because I don't want the internet shut off either. So, I'll take it. Why would Shane McMahon talk with Tony Khan if his father started a new company during last year? Well, I don't think that Shane knew about that yet. I don't think Shane was in on that stuff yet. Shane has only recently, after that, been seen with his father a ton. So I don't think those timelines add up, to be honest. R13 or whatever. So, but I think now Shane and Vince are really together on shit. So, I think Shane was, trying to do his own thing other places, but now that Vince is definitely doing this thing, I think Shane is, I think he's in on it. But I don't know. I think I added that time already, Steve. Didn't I add that time already? I thought I added that time already. I'm pretty sure I added that time already, but I'll tell you what, I'll put 3 minutes on the clock. I think I already added the time, but I'll put 3 minutes on the clock for you, just in case. Popeyes 3PC McSpicy combo meal. Dude, fuck Popeyes. Popeyes is expensive as shit. I was driving through Woonsocket the other day, and there's a Popeyes there, and I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm starving. I shouldn't do this, but I'm really hungry. I got $10. Let's see here. And I'm like, so maybe I'll get those, just 3 tenders, just 3 chicken tenders. That's it. And I look at the menu, and it's like $17 or something. I was like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? And then the kids were like, hey, bring me home something to eat too. And they never have Popeyes. They didn't even know what Popeyes tastes like. And I'm like, bro, what's it for like eight fingers or whatever? And it was like $33. Like, dude, what the fuck? It was crazy. So weird. You know what really sucks is my washer is beeping in the other room. And it's like, I know that it's beeping because for the last 2 hours it's been unbalanced or whatever. And it's like, I needed to get all this laundry done, and it's been stuck for hours. And I've been in here just listening to it. Beep, 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 beep. Fucking never going to get the laundry done now. Goddamn washer. Yeah, Val Venus should come on the show. You know. Not a lot of news today, really. I mean, besides the P. Diddy stuff and the stuff from the Vince McMahon stuff. Yeah, but I don't know if there's anything else really I picked up on. Nurse helps rescue hiker who fell 20 feet from Utah Canyon. Jesus Christ. That's wild. CEO says AI could wipe out half of entry-level white-collar jobs within 5 years. He's probably right. Dude, the world is about to get... Like, we're in fucking trouble, guys. Like, Bill Gates is right. We need to kill half the world. 8 seconds left. We need to kill half the world, guys. We need In-N-Out on the East. We need In-N-Out on the East Coast. Oh, an In-N-Out burger or whatever. The Real Tay, what's up? In-N-Out burger, or are you talking about like we should just start raping people? Like I don't know which ones we mean. Treating laundry like it's a smoke alarm. Yeah, basically. That's the white people's smoke alarm. The laundry's done. The laundry's done. Hey guys, the laundry's done. You know what I mean? I want an In-N-Outer too. Jesus. Shohei Ohtani with the bombs away.
At the top of my head. Y'all are a bunch of... Y'all are the ones that made it about a woman and her identity and the way that she looks. Something that y'all consistently claim the Democrats do. You don't actually give a fuck about young men. Instead, a lot of you want to talk about my weight. You're using pictures of me from about 65 pounds ago. So let me ask you this. If I lose another 65 pounds, will y'all actually raise young men's wages? Will you actually increase funding to mental health services? Or are you just going to find another way to deflect from the fact that y'all don't actually have any policy plan to help them? Y'all can keep making this into some kind of big joke of, oh yeah, let's send her to every frat house in the country. I'm not afraid to go into frat houses or to go to college campuses or to talk to Republicans because unlike y'all, I don't think that they're all shallow assholes. I think that they're actual people who can hold a conversation, but clearly, based off the way you talk about them and the way that you treat them, you think that they're dumb as shit. Well, I actually don't. So I'm going to continue to advocate for young men to get the policy agenda that they do deserve. And I'm going to continue to lose weight. And then maybe when I finally do drop that next 65 pounds, we can revisit this conversation and see if you can actually stand on business. Because this time...
I mean, I don't really fully grasp everything she's saying yet. I have to go back and listen to that more. But she seems to be making pretty decent points, I suppose. Calls conservatives pussies for mocking her as she tries to attract male voters. I mean, she might be right. I mean, she's right about like that we cut all the mental health stuff, right? And by we, I don't mean conservatives. I mean because I'm not really any party, but the weird thing is everybody agrees that there's a mental health issue in the country, right? Like the left agrees, the right agrees, we all agree. Even if you want to argue about what the mental health crisis is, like more right-wing people might think that, well, anybody who's trans or gay or something like that has a mental health issue. Well, okay, yeah. The left doesn't agree with that, but, whatever. So leave that out. But we're talking about is we know there's people all over the place that might consider themselves to be right-wing, might consider themselves to be left-wing, might consider themselves to be LGBTQ, might consider themselves to be whatever they are. And they're running around with knives and guns and shit, and they're like, I'm fucking... there's just mentally ill people everywhere. Forget what they stand for or say they stand for, because it doesn't matter. They're crazy. They could stand for Sesame Street. It doesn't mean that Sesame Street's bad. These people are just nuts. So... so you agree, the left agrees, the right agree, okay, mental health is out of control, let's do something about it, but the right, especially the right, never wants to fund mental illness, right? So I get her point. It's like, okay, mental illness, there's a problem in society. How can we fix it? We need more counseling, we need more identification of that, we need more institutions. But you don't want to do anything. So, we don't want abortions anymore. We want pro-life. We want kids to be born, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, can we get better health care for Americans then and better health care for people and mothers and people like that? And blah, blah. No, cut all the programs. Okay. So cut all the programs and you have to have the baby. Okay, great idea. So it's like, the right and the left can't agree on these things, but also the right doesn't want to fund these things. So it's always been like that. It's always like, what? So I get her point. I understand what she's saying. And then the left just wants to pretend like they care and then not do anything, or put the money, like launder the money somewhere else to like Dick Cheney's, like, or not Dick Cheney, but Gavin Newsom's like cock fund or something like that. Dude, imagine her being pregnant. Yeah, I don't know. That'd be, she's going to get real big. You think someone's going to impregnate her? She'll get pregnant. She's very like boisterous and opinionated. She has the talk to get with a guy, you know? Even if there's some like kind of chubby guy who's like, I still don't want you. She could be like, yeah, you do, you little dick fuck. Like, you shut up. What else are you going to get? I'll blow your mind and your brains out. And he'd be like, well, maybe. And then she'd get him, you know, because she's got that persistence. So you got to give it to her. I don't know. I haven't seen anything from that girl yet that sucks, like that like makes me mad or thinks she's crazy. I get her points. She makes sense. I don't know. She might suck. I don't know. I just haven't seen anything on her. Madagascar 5. The Rizzler's on Sesame Street. Really? He's risen up Elmo. He's risen up Elmo. All right, boys and girls. We got to get out of here. The clock has beat us. We finally lost to the clock. What does the clock say? We'll see you tomorrow night. Saturday night for the big Monetize This. Good night, folks. Hit the like button. And we have ended the show finally. We ran out of the big one. I'll see you tomorrow night for Monetize This. Be here Saturday night tomorrow. Tomorrow night's the big show. Be here for it. Rob a bank for me.
Vince McMahon, the king of the ring, built an empire, made the whole world sing. From WrestleMania to the Titans roar, he stacked the deck, always wanted more. But now the gavel's banging, the suits are tight, courtroom spotlight burning bright. They're throwing jabs, trying to pin him down, but Vince ain't quitting, he's still the crown. Oh, Vince is marching to the courthouse door, fighting battles like he's done before, but he's got a fight. A brand new plan, 14th and I. He's the man. From the ashes he'll rise say die with 14th and I.